For the second time this week, we're at Happy Valley, this time on Wednesday night. Paul Lally here with the selections for the race-by-race preview. On the first is over the 2,200 metres and is a Class 5. Storm Runner's placed his only time at the trip. Romantic Fantasy is on the class drop. Perpetual Power has the cheek pieces and the tongue tie going on. Leather Masters, a course and distance winner, and Super Hong Kong has also won over the 2,200 metres. Just a field of 7 to kick the night off, Paul.
Yeah, everyone will get their chance, although they won't be going quick. I wouldn't have thought Wai can lead over this trip. Leather Masters gone forward over the 2,200 metres and has won over the distance. Storm Runner from an inside draw. Romantic Fantasy, Mr. Aladdin's been getting back. Super Hong Kong and Perpetual Power, they like to get back.
First replay features Storm Runner running second. He's been consistent without winning. This was over 1,800 metres last time. Wai leads up and stays on for third. Mr. Aladdin makes ground for fourth. Which of the 5 do you like out of this replay to go into your selections for the opening race?
Well, I've got four of them in there, actually. I've got my whole selections coming out of this race. But I thought Storm Runner was close to a win. Good second last time here. He led this field home. Wai was coming under a bit of pressure. I like the way Mr. Aladdin's been running in his races, and Leather Masters good over the trip. So don't mind all 4 of them.
Might not as well show this replay then. Here is Romantic Fantasy, Paul. Now, he has won over 2,200 metres, and normally the further he goes, the better he does race. Does have to carry 134 pounds and makes his first appearance in Class 5.
Yeah, he would have been next one in, obviously, and coming down in grade with Hugh Bowman aboard, he's going to get his opportunity for sure. So, look, it's not, it's quite an open race for these horses, the Class 5, so you wouldn't be surprised to see him salute as well.
As Forever Folks wins that race. So what's the order of the 4 out of the first replay?
Going to go with Storm Runner on top. I think, yeah, he can win this race. So he goes on top to beat Mr. Aladdin, Leather Master, and Wai. I think the 1 can break through. 1,654.
No need to go past. Race 1, number 1, Zach Purton, Pierrong for Paul with Storm Runner. And race number 2 now at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Another Class 5 coming up here. This one over the 1,000. Speedy Smarty backing up from Sunday. Always My Folks, cheek pieces off, blinkers first time. Divine Moonlight's now with Casper Found. Santorini is now with Chris So. Blinkers off, Pacifiers with Cowls and Tongue Tie goes on. Campfire wears cheek pieces for the first time. Both Modest Gentleman and Happy Tango, a 2-time course and distance winner. And Ever Smart has the blinkers on for the first time. Paul, and who goes where?
Well, Divine Moonlight's been leading in his trials. He's got to change his stable, so wouldn't be surprised to see him up on the pace. Happy Horse, he likes to lead, and he's got the 7-pound claim. Always My Folks won't be too far away. He should be able to go forward there. And the other one that can go forward is Happy Tango, the old boy. Speedy Smarty, he was taken on last time and still stayed on for second on Sunday.
Interview time for race number 2. It's the trainer of Always My Folks, Michael Chang. Michael, Always My Folks, he's done a good job and been unlucky not to have won a race by now.
I wouldn't say he's unlucky. This horse, I think, is a little bit funny horse. Mentally, always a little bit funny. So this time, I changed the gear, try to put the blinkers on, make him more concentrate, and put him back to 1,000. Just, no tactics, just jump and go. Race is lateral speed. Yeah.
You've given him a trial since that last start. Were you happy with the trial?
He was playing around behind the barrier. Maybe it's a new environment in Chongfa. Since that, he's settled down a lot. 1,000 meter, I think maybe is his trip.
Michael with the dual stables now, so Always My Folks, thus the new environment comment him. Now, Paul, we've got Speedy Smarty. This is the race on Sunday you were talking about. He was entitled to finish a lot further back than what he did when the 3 up front all went at it.
Yeah, look, in McNamara's Master, he drops out. Colonel drops out. He was the only one that stayed on out of the 3. So it was an enormous run under the circumstances. Ragnar had that perfect run through in the inside and got him. So, look, as long as he's come out of this race okay, and I'm sure that he has because they wouldn't have backed him up otherwise, I think he's a big chance again.
Happy Horse, he was racing last time over the 1,200 metres, didn't do a bad job to finish 4th, but this is where he has always raced best. Class 5, 1,000 Happy Valley.
Yeah, and he gets a 7 pound claim as well, so it makes him quite a well-rated horse as well. He's a 2-time course and distance winner, as you say, does like it here, and he'll be on the pace in the C+3 course. So, look, he'll get his chance. He might come unders there with the Apprentice Club.
That is a lead up to the selections for race 2.
Going to go with Speedy Smarty. We'll see if he can back up from Sunday and go one better. I'm going to give Divine Moonlight a chance. Now, he's a horse that's shown a lot of speed in his trials. He's changed stables, and his last trial was pretty good. Always My Folks, he should get the perfect run. He was a beaten favourite at his last start, over 1,200, coming back to 1,000 for him. And then Oriental Surprise, Lyle Hewitson from Barrier 6 should get him just off that speed, 1-3-2-7.
Saddlecloth number 1, popular for Paul, with Speedy Smarty also the one horse to win race number 2. And now race number 3, we step it up a grade here to Class 4 and we run 1,200 metres with Glory Be, a 2-time course and distance winner at the top. Big return first up, coming back in trip. Grand Nova's place 2 from 3 course and distance. Master Resolute, extra furlong from him and a wider draw. Golden Brilliant, better draw, £5 extra on his back for a senior rider. We've got Basic Instinct, who was better last time. Von Bayer draws the gate. And Shotgun is eligible for the top of Class 5, Paul, and everybody's going to get a chance here.
Yeah, I think everyone will get an opportunity. Torben Golfer and Glory Be are both going to have to come across. They've drawn alongside each other in 11 and 12. So I think they'll go to the front. Von Bayer's got barrier 1. He can be a lot closer. Grand Nova, look, he's another one that can be closer over the 1,200 here. Roman Crown back to Shotgun, and the rest tend to get back. So I think the 2 outside horses be able to come across.
And here is one of those 2 horses. First up, Torbian Golfer. He's been consistent, Paul, but he's found a horse or 2 to beat him every time in a short career. He's had 4 starts, never worse than 4th. Will he at least be running top 4 this week?
Yeah, he's hard to leave out, isn't he? A couple of seconds, a 4th and a 3rd. And unfortunately for him, he's drawn 12 and 10 at his last 2 starts, and now he's drawn 11. So no luck in the draw. I think he can get across, though. I don't think there'll be too much competition. Only Glory Be the one to come across with him.
Grand Nova placed last time. Here he is running 3rd. We mentioned the distance record of 1,200 metres. Better run from Basic Instinct. Just stretch the legs a little more late in the race.
Silver Spurs that won this race absolutely walked this field. He got really well back, Grand Nova, and he made up some decent ground down the outside late. And he ends up running 3rd in this race. Look, I think with a race run to suit here, which looks more likely on paper, he can win this race.
One more to have a look at. It's Von Bayer, who dead heated for 5th with California Deeply. There he is back near enough to last Von Bayer, if not last. He had Barry number 12. Gets held up in the straight too. As we saw in your speed map, he's going to get a much better run this week.
Yeah, barrier 1, so he's going to get his opportunity, I think. Again, another one that really caught the eye, finishing off strongly in his run. This is only his 2nd start at Happy Valley as well. He does get the £5 come off with Alice Wong aboard, and he was making some eye-catching ground there at the end.
That's race number 3 replays, but Grand Nova out of the Silver Spurs race, the race to follow.
Yeah, I think so, because look, they went quite slow in that race in the first couple of sections, and he still ran on strongly. He's won off 56 in the past, and he's down to a 53 rating, so he's well rated, Grand Nova. Torbian Golfer in there for 2nd, Von Bayer. I think there can be improvement from Roman Crown as well. Holly Doyle aboard. It wasn't a bad run from him last time, and another one with an inside draw, barrier at number 2. And this will be his first go here at Happy Valley, 5, 2, 11 and 9.
And if you're a treble punter, race number 3 is the first leg of the early treble. Now the preview for race number 4 at Happy Valley Wednesday night. Class 4, 1650. Kalachi's placed 2nd up. Chain of Gold's placed 2 from 4 in this grade. Corleone resumes, and he has placed first up. He's had 2 trials. Absolute Awaken lost the rider at the start, Sha-Tin last time. Lightning Arrow pacifies with Cowls, and Tongue Tie goes on. Vivacious Wind blinkers off, cheek pieces re-added. Wise Man placed last time, but it was on the all-weather. And from the 1650 metre start point here, Paul, first up, Corleone goes to the lead.
Well, he did go forward when he ran that really good race on his debut, so I expect him to go forward again. There's no really leader in this race. Kalachi, Absolute Honour, good draws for Absolute Honour. Absolute Awakened, who lost the rider last time. Conspiracy Witness should get a good run. I think he'll get his opportunity, and the rest are going to go back, I think.
Luke Ferraris rides Conspiracy Witness. Luke, Conspiracy Witness, was it the jump to 1650 last time that he really appreciated?
I think so. He ran a great race coming from a bad barrier. He did have a nice run up the rail. He's pulled a better barrier this time, so we're looking to use that to our advantage, and hopefully he can reproduce.
He was a little slow out of the gates. Was he just not ready, lying on the side of the stalls? But it worked out okay in the end.
No, that was more the plan, was to take him back to the fence and try to sneak a few spots up the rail, which we managed to do. It was really just riding for luck, and he got the splits, which is what he needed. Now from a similar barrier, he'd probably be in somewhat the similar spot to what he was last time, maybe a pair closer, but hopefully that makes a difference.
You've ridden him 3 times in the last few days. Has he come on well since that run?
He seems to have come through. He doesn't give too much away in his track work. He sort of just flops around, does what he needs to do, but in saying that, he's moving well and feeling good.
That is Luke Ferraris talking Conspiracy Witness. Paul, his Chain of Gold, who's always running on, and he was last time too, over the 1650, has to carry the 134 pounds and very much pace reliant, of which, as we saw on the speed map, there might not be a lot.
No, and look, the one thing, he has gone forward in the past, this horse, so they may look at that. He's one of 61, he's down on 55, but he's only a one-time winner from 24 starts, saying that he has been placed in 9 other occasions. So he's one you could easily entertain on a place line.
Just your thoughts on Absolute Awaken. This is the trial from him. He was not asked to do anything in this, but he just lost the rider at Sha Tin last time when he raced well second up at a previous campaign. This was just to pass him to get him back through to the races.
The horse is going well at the moment, as long as he hasn't lost any confidence, and that's one of the reasons why they do trial here, and you can see he hasn't. So, look, I had him in the numbers last start. He's drawn barrier number 1. I'm going to put him in again on a minor line because I like the way he passed a few of these horses here. But as you say, it was a very quiet trial.
It wasn't scared to go through between the rail and the horse on his outside there. Conspiracy Witness go one better.
I think he can. Look, 1650 for him is the key. Second, and Happy Valley, I think, second start. I'm going to give Corleone a chance. His best run was fresh, and he is coming to that fresh state. And with no sort of competition for the pace, and if he does want to lead, then, you know, he could be there for a long period of the race. Chain of Gold, as we say, on a place line, and also Absolute Awaken, 9426.
That's the 4th. It's leg number 1 of Wednesday night 6 Up. Trophy race is race number 5. It is the running of the Japan Racing Association trophy over the 1200 metres. Fun Together comes back in distance. Cheek pieces go on. Luna Dash extra £3 for his last start win. Golden Dream is on debut. Happy Alliance wears a tongue tie for the first time. We've got Run Smart from the 14 back to the 1200. Newborn Miracle has blinkers again. In Top to Sky wears cheek pieces for the first time, Paul.
Yeah, so Newborn Miracle, I think with those blinkers, he can be a little bit forward. I thought the Revolution from the inside draw can just go ahead and lead. Fun Together is another one that's never far away, but normally leads over the 14. Luna Dash should be able to get across and get himself into a good position. He likes to race on the pace. Yichong Spirit wasn't far away last start. And Golden Fortune, Run Smart, the ones that go back. Happy Alliance just looks a bit tough for him.
Here's Richard Kingscote talking Yichong. There's that many of them. This one, Spirit. Richard, been on board Yichong Spirit his last 2 rides. His last one in particular, a really good effort.
Yeah, really good. We didn't have the easiest of trips, but the winner was impressive that day. He's been running consistently, and we've drawn a nice barrier, so I'm hopeful.
Is he versatile from barrier 2? You can lead if you want, you can take a trail and still be there at the end?
Yeah, I found the last couple of runs he probably hasn't quite the speed to be leading, but he's been able to take nice pitches. You know, start before last, we were just box seat there from a nice barrier, so, you know, he helps me a bit.
Must have a good attitude to stay on like he did last time and not give it away at all.
Yeah, exactly. As I said, we had a hard trip. I asked him to do a bit of moving early enough, and he kept on to the line. So, yeah, he's a tough horse.
Worked him on Monday as he come through that run well.
Yeah, feels good. Just had a little breeze on the turf there yesterday, and happy with him. So hopeful. It looks a competitive race as you'd expect, but fingers crossed.
That's Richard Kingscote talking Yi Chong Spirit. Paul, Luna Dash was a winner last time, and there he is just off the pace. Gets in pretty well at the weights, only 1-3-4. Barrier number 9, so it's a wider draw. It's Zach Purton for Mark Newnham.
A lot of horses have come out of this race and performed particularly well. Silver Spurs, the runner-up, he's come in and won. Volcanus has won as well. So it's a really strong form race. So this one, Stan Attack's come out and won. So, look, I think he can win again. As long as he can get into a position from barrier number 9, I can see him winning this race.
That means we're playing minors only. The leader, the Revolution, he's trialled well from the front. He's drawn well, and this was his best performance, which was at Happy Valley 2 starts ago in Class 3.
He's got a really good barrier jockey aboard too, and Luke Ferraris, who can really ping these horses out. And I just think this horse can lead. So if he does, he'll get his opportunity. I haven't got him on top, but he'll definitely go in the numbers there.
And that's Storm Rider, who was roaring down the outside. He was a winner on Sunday. A trial now from Golden Dream, who's a first starter for David Hayes. This is his trial 2 back. It was at Happy Valley, and he ran on okay late in this race. Done enough prior to the debut. You prefer to watch?
I just want to watch him around because he's quite a big horse. He's 1,211 pounds. So I don't know if he'll be totally tuned up for it, but in saying that, he seemed to get around the valley okay in this particular trial. So and he wasn't pushed out towards the end either.
Market will be a good guide around him, Golden Dream. So he's not going in, but Luna Dash sounded confident on.
Yeah, look, I do quite like him coming out of that strong form race. I think he can win again. So he's on top. Yi Chong Spirit, he's a horse that we heard from Richard Kingscote there from barrier 2. Fun Together, another on-pace runner, and then the Revolution, I think, can lead. So really pace-orientated this race. I think these will be the first 4 around the bend. 2, 8, 1, 3.
And the 5th is leg number 1 of Triple Trio with Luna Dash for Paul to make it back-to-back wins. There's the race number 6 graphic on screen. So let's look a little closer at it now for this Class 4 over the 1650. Kingdom of Riches on the class drop. Sunday Serenade, a 2-time course and distance winner. Bright Mortar, cheek pieces off, blinkers first time. Celtic Time's a last start winner, goes up £5 for it. Young Fighter won his best race at his Happy Valley debut last start. Ace War was good when he was back to Happy Valley last time. And Starbros, blinkers off, cheek pieces have been re-added. The speed map, Paul, has Kingdom of Riches with the top weight getting over to lead from 9, or he does get a £5 claim.
He gets the £5 claim and he's downgraded, no leader in the race. So I thought this is a good opportunity for Ellis just to take the bull by the horns. Sunday Serenade has got the £7 claim as well, so he might go a little bit more forward than he has been. Celtic Times has led in the past, but raced better when coming from back last start. Bright Mortar with the blinkers on, Star Bros needs to jump, has missed the start in the past. Fortune Star, Ace War might be a couple of places closer. Young Fighter and California Moxie, wouldn't be surprised to see a mid-race move from him if it's too slow, because it's something he has done in the past.
And he does race well course and distance, California Moxie, barrier 12 for him. Winning form to kick us off, Paul. This is Celtic Time's last time, coming from just a touch worse than midfield. Gets in nicely at the draw, barrier number 3, and an extra £5 on his back for this victory.
Look, they went really quick in this race, so he had definitely was a little bit flattered, I think, by this win. He doesn't put 2 together. That's the little query I've got with him. When he did win, he had a couple of really bad runs, and then he came out and won again. He just needs everything to go his way, this horse. I'm not so sure. It might be a bit more stop-start for him, this one, than he would like.
Sam McCann tried that again on Sunday. Came up that far short with the leading all the way off a fast tempo. Fortune Star's been one of yours, the grey. It is Luke Ferraris, Mark Newnham, wide draw, and he's placed 2 from 3 course and distance.
Yeah, look, I think he can win this race. He's again, they didn't go overly quick here either. Mighty Strength managed to win this race, and you can see him really stretching out down the outside. Couldn't quite pick up the winner, but I think he can go one better on Wednesday night.
There's the on-top selection. Ace War improved, as did Young Fighter in this replay. Fortunate Son's been disappointing, as was Sunday Serenade this night. We know he's a whole lot better than this performance.
He was unlucky to start before Sunday Serenade, and he went really wide on the turn. So I think he's worth another chance with the claim. And Ace War, look, it was a really good ride here. He came through on the inside. He was sort of last on the turn. I like the way he didn't shirk the task there by going through that gap. So, yeah, he's definitely one of the major chances. The winners come out and won again.
That is fantastic fun. So Fortune Stars down to win. Who's in second, third and fourth?
We'll go Ace War in there for second. In there for third, Sunday Serenade. So 7 to beat 10 and 2. And Young Fighter, he comes out of that same race of fantastic fun. He was making a bit of ground. Again, he's drawn barrier 11, so a little bit tricky there. But there was definitely an improvement in Young Fighter. 7, 10 to 8.
Paul with a Luke Ferraris double. Conspiracy Witness the first and Fortune Star the second in race number 6. And it's race number 7 now, and the first leg of the late treble is over the 1200 metres. Charming Babe ran third after missing a start, ran third to Flying Rote last time. Thunder Prince was unlucky last time. Free Pony now with Michael Cheng, the hood comes off. Golden Darcy has the cheek pieces on, the all-rounder. Where's cheek pieces? Sight Happy, a wider draw. Go General has had 2 trials since we last saw him. Rewarding Buddy when his best race last time, and Inno Century down the bottom is eligible for Class 5, and Flash Star is the leader, Paul.
Yeah, look, he's drawn wide. I think, again, there's a few races where there's no clear leader in this, so there could be it could be a bit of a change, a few scenarios here. Bit Superstar, he's led in the past, but he didn't go that well when he led, so I don't think they'll try and lead with him, although he has got the 7 pound claim. Barrier 3, so he is a possibility. Inno Century's led on his debut here, but hasn't since. Charming Babe can be handy. Free Pony back to Rewarding Buddy. Golden Darcy races best when he gets back, and the all-rounder likely to go back from barrier 10.
Thunder Prince is in our first replay. He was so unlucky last time. It just didn't open up in time, Paul, and he's come up an eyelash short behind King Glorioso. Draws nicely in 2. 128 pounds on his back. Can he go close to winning again?
I think he can. Look, he's a horse there. Look, as you can see, the gap didn't come. He lost a little bit of momentum, and that was the difference between winning and losing. I think the other horse had just put a half length on him, King Glorioso, and he just couldn't quite peg it back, and he only lost on the bob.
He did. Very, very narrow defeat for Thunder Prince. This is Rewarding Buddy, who ran second last time. Good run in behind 1,000 Cups coming up towards the home turn. He goes close, but doesn't quite get there. Was it a fleeting glimpse of form, or could it be something more regular from him?
Look, I'm going to say that there could be something more regular. He's only had 5 starts. So you got to say that he's he's open to improvement. I've got him in on a minor line just to keep him safe, because look, the way he fought here was a good run.
He beat Argento Ocean home a length and a half, and he won on Sunday. Charming Babe runs third here. Inno Century would need to improve. Charming Babe, 135 pounds, nicely drawn in 1, Ferraris and you.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, we know Luke Ferraris can lead on the horses and set them up, so he's another alternative leader if they do want to, but he hasn't led in the past. I think he'll try and take a sit. He battled away here. There was a bit of a bunch finish, and Exceed the Wish came out and ran okay last start.
And one more to have a look at. It's Golden Darcy, who's been one of yours at times. He's been up to Chungfa since his first up performance. Jim Yorman rides him for Douglas White. He runs 6th in this trial behind Young Horizon.
Look, it was just a maintenance trial, and he's going to strip a lot fitter. He's already had 1 run this season. The Douglas White stable's going really well at the moment. I think he would have had a good blowout after this, and it should set him cherry ripe for this. He'll need pace on in the race. If he does get some pace, and look, I think he could go pretty close at a big price.
He's drawn barrier number 6. He's had some wide draws and some good draws all over the place around Happy Valley, but you're going to take a chance on him.
Yeah, look, I'm going to look for a value bet. I thought he's the one. Thunder Prince is going to come up favourite, there's no doubt, and will be tough to beat. He goes in second. In there for third, we'll give Inno Century a chance. Just on the map, he's going to be in a perfect position. No weight on his back. Holly Doyle aboard, and then Rewarding Buddy in there for fourth. 4, 2, 12, 9.
Douglas White for Paul to keep the good Happy Valley run going, fresh off that double on Sunday. First of the Class 3 races is race number 8. This one over the 1,200 metres. Regal Gem last winner, extra £7. Spicy Gold's a 4-time course and distance winner. Prestige Always, he's second up here. He's placed 2 from 3 second up. Never Too Soon gets a weight turnaround on Regal Gem. Young Arrow's placed second up. Super Legend, second appearance at Happy Valley and co-partner Fleet. Just struggled a bit since coming up into Class 3 with Wonder Star the leader, Paul.
Yeah, look, he's got the claim, 7 pound claim. He's drawn 12, but he should have the speed to get across. The one that might make it a little bit tricky for him is co-partner Fleet. I think Zach can anticipate this and just go forward to Bienvenue and just let the speed come over top of him and end up in a really good position against the rail. Divas 12 normally leads over 14 plus. Spicy Gold can put himself there. Regal Gems have been in good form. Forza Toro didn't show too much early pace on his debut run over 1,200 metres. Has drawn 1, so I think he'll probably end up midfield.
Here is Zach Purton talking Bienvenue. Zach, first run in Class 3 last time, Bienvenue. Happy with his performance?
Yeah, he ran well. He got out the gates nicely. He was there. He's just beaten by a horse that had a softer run.
He had placed at Sha-Tin, but has Happy Valley made him as a racehorse at this stage?
I think so. The tempo there seems to suit him a little bit better. He can be slightly aggressive in the run. If you get behind other horses and you want him to come back because of the tempo of the race, he can lean on the bit and try to overdo it. Happy Valley, they run into that first corner, and as long as they stride down to the top of the rock, then he's in a good rhythm.
Gate 6 again, C+3 course. Would you like to be handy if you can from that draw?
He can be a little bit tricky in the gates. He doesn't always stand that well, so it will depend on how he begins, and we'll just ride him accordingly.
And that is Zach Purton on Bienvenue. Regal Gems, another horse that's loving racing around Happy Valley. Paul, here he is winning last time. Never Too Soon gets close. Derek Long rides for Frankie Law. Andrea Rizzoni gets aboard Never Too Soon. Zach, as we just heard, staying with Bienvenue.
4 starts at Happy Valley now for 2 wins in this placing. He really found form at the back end of last season, just took a couple to get settled here in Hong Kong. But since then, he's gone from strength, and look, this was a really, really nice win from this horse. I do like Never Too Soon as well. I think these two can Quinella it again.
There you go. There's your Quinella. And Prestige Always. We're going back to last season, and rather the 1st of October to be exact. His first race of the season, and he gets held up. He's going for the same gap that Kempes goes for. Kempes gets the gap, wins the race, and Prestige Always has gone back to the trial since then.
Yeah, just a one-time winner in Hong Kong. That was at Sha-Tin, but he's only had 4 goes at Happy Valley, and he's been placed in 2 of them. So he's a horse that seems to handle the valley okay. Look, he's drawn a little bit awkwardly. Oh, no, he's drawn 5 actually, but he does get back in his races. So we'll see where he does end up in the run. He was right on the cusp for me, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see an improved... Well, that was a good run. So with any sort of luck, he could be in the finish.
All right, so he won't be in, we know, the Quinella.
Yeah, 1 to beat 8. So we're going to go with Regal Gem there to beat Never Too Soon. Chiho is a debutant here in Hong Kong. He's looked really good in his trials as well, and I don't think you have any fears here at Happy Valley, because he has run around some tight tracks in New Zealand before he got here, and then Bienvenue on a minor line. 1-8-4-5.
Paul with Regal Gem to make it back-to-back 1,200 metre Happy Valley wins. The last race, number 9. This is 1650 metre Class 3 to close down the meeting, with Cambridge coming back in distance. Embraces a 2-time course and distance winner. Silvery Breeze wears cheek pieces for the first time. Ivy League's been a second up winner. Noble Pursuit's a 2-time course and distance winner. And Victory Sky going to the 1650 for the first time with a good draw and a lightweight. Paul, and Lavero goes forward. He went forward last time and faded.
He did, and look, I think he'll go forward once again. Victory Sky can get himself into a nice position from a low draw. Silvery Breeze was a lot handier in his last start. I think he can go forward. Uranus Star's only second up here in Hong Kong. Ivy League, Top Gun. Embraces might be slightly closer in the run, just the way from a lot better draw. The other 4, I think, will get back. It looks tough for Cambridge from his wide draw and the big weight.
Here's Jerry Chow talking Embraces. Jerry, Embraces a horse you know really well. Have you been happy with his 2 runs back?
Yeah, I'm really happy with his run, and last run is in a bit awkward spot and need to come out and lost many grounds, and hopefully this time got a better draw and he can be more good position.
Barrier number 1, so you're going to be on the inside rail. Is that usually a good place to be on the C+3 course when they fan out turning for home?
Yeah, I think so. I think I will save more ground for this, and hopefully he can go through the horse, and yeah.
Is the horse that the faster they go during the race, the better it is for you?
I'm not sure because he carried the top weight, and if the pace go quick like last time, he will more difficult to travel. Yeah.
Top weight, as you said, he's coping with that top weight quite okay?
Yeah, he carried the top weight, he still finished well, and he just need the pace and going smooth for him, and he will run a better pace. Yeah.
Jerry Chow talking in braces. Silvery Breeze, an interesting runner, Paul, because he's coming to Happy Valley for the first time. He's never even trialled here. Has those cheek pieces on. Brenton Avdulla rides again for David Eustace, and here he is going close when he was first up.
Yeah, he's drawn barrier 5 too, so there's the opportunity for him to sit a little bit close in the run. He's by done deals. The 1650s, no issues at all. He is a 1400 metre winner here in Hong Kong, and he can also, you'd expect him to go better over further as well. It was a bunch field, but the third horse has come out and won since Top Dragon.
That is Silvery Breeze. Americ Despexo comes from a mile back here to run second. Ivy League third, Noble Pursuit seventh, and this is Lavero leading up and fading. Just remind us of the pace in the race, if it's going to help Americ Despexo.
It could do, because Lavero, you know, he likes to set up fast sectionals, as he did in this race, and faded out. So if he does get he's a bit of similar to Embraces. He just needs the race run to suit. And if he does, he can do this. So, look, he's won over shorter distances, but seems to reinvent himself as a 1650 metre horse.
He sure has. Andre Ranzani rides him for John Size. And Victory Sky, another one, 1200 to 1650. He's been very consistent. He's done everything other than win a race. Could Holly Doyle be the key? It
could well be. Look, he is a non-winner. That's one thing you have to say from 14 starts. He has had chances, but he's had 9 placings. He's taken a bit of money with him as well. He was beaten favourite 2 starts ago when he ran 4th. Then he backed it up with his 3rd. He's one of these horses that always seems to... He's got next time written all over it, but next time hasn't come yet.
Is he in on a place line?
He's in for second, yeah. Look, he runs consistently. It's just one day he will get his nose in front. But I do like Embraces. We heard from Jerry Chow there to beat him. I'm going to give Uranus Star a chance because he steps up from 14 to 1650. Looks a more suitable distance for him, and he's second up. And Zach Purden does stick with the ship. And Silvery Breeze on the minor line. 2, 12, 10, 5.
That is Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 9 race program, C+3 course. And we get underway for the first at 6:40 local time.